Every morning, the nurse brought us the beer from the day before.
Let me scan your QR code.
Most of my mom's treatment was covered by public health insurance. This is my mom's place and I will sleep in here. But I still sold a flat to prepare for one drug. I sold it for half of what I had paid. And in the end, she did not even use the drug.
I made a video call to ask Mom what she fancied eating.
妈妈，看一下，有这个蛋糕哈，还有麻团、油条、蛋、麻球哈，
就搞稀饭了。
就搞稀饭哈。稀饭你要哪个稀饭？黄的还是这个小米的？
Her insurance situation was not bad. Her public health insurance covered most standard treatment, around 70 to 90%. For example, my stepfather had esophageal cancer. He had surgery and 4 rounds of chemotherapy. He paid less than £1,000 himself. So normally people do not need to sell a home for cancer treatment. My mom had retired and had received a pension for 6 years, so it is enough for her essential living cost. But the problem for us is the doctor recommended an imported drug called Blincyto. At the time, it was not covered by the state insurance. My family were doubtful. They knew I worked in Britain and assumed I must have money. They wondered whether the hospital was simply recommending the more expensive option. I understood why. I stayed up at night researching. I could not dismiss it easily. It is hard to say no to a possibility, especially when it is your mom.
A screamer that lets you know when the potion has run out.
I bought the flat with my salary and bonuses from my previous job. At that time, property still felt like the safest place to put the money. More importantly, I thought it would give my mom some security. I went to a notary's office. It cost £200. I signed the papers and authorized my cousin to sell the flat for me. Then I flew back to London to hand over my job. I thought I could sell the flat for what I had paid, but the price kept coming down. Treatment continued. The money ran out. First, I borrowed £33,000 from my cousin. When that was gone, I asked another cousin for help, and he said he could take out a loan and lend me the money. I thought if he had to borrow money to lend it to me, I might as well lower the price and sell. The flat had been bought for my mom. The number registered with the building management was hers. Somehow it got leaked. I told the estate agent I hired not to call my mom. I said call me or my stepfather, not her. But other agents kept ringing her. Once, a week after treatment, she asked me, what happens if it doesn't sell? That was the part that broke me. The flat was meant to make her feel safe. Now, it was frightening her from her hospital bed. I argued with the agent, but I could not stop the calls. In the end, the flat sold for half of what I had paid. But the retreatment could not wait for the sale to complete, so my mom decided not to use Blincyto. She changed to the standard chemotherapy covered by insurance. So selling the flat at half price did not solve the original problem. When I came back with the food, I changed my shoes and put on protective clothing. I disinfected the bowls and chopsticks.
And it had to be properly hot. My mom has never trusted food that is merely warm.
Then I put the food on the small table on my mom's bed. When the money arrived, I paid back what I had borrowed. I gave the rest to my mom. There was not much left. I'm going to find a hotel to stay one night because I couldn't sleep every night. I think I only got 1 to 5 hours per night. Around that time, her memory seemed worse. Every so often, she would tell me where her money was. I knew she was afraid that if she lost consciousness and needed emergency treatment, someone would still be able to access her money. For me, selling the flat for treatment was not about the medical system. It was the result of a chain of personal choices. I bought a flat near the top of the market. I considered a drug that insurance did not cover. Then I sold the flat quickly while the market was falling. Every decision was the best one I could make at that time. The flat was bought as security for my mom. At least she survived. That is enough for me.
This round of chemotherapy cost £2,082. After national health insurance, we paid £323. Across 6 rounds, our out-of-pocket cost will be under £2,000, excluding self-funded Blincyto.